Hello. So welcome to my channel.
I hate when I say that, but...
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. I don't know what else there is to do, so...
Yeah.
So,
I'm showing you the 5 things that I do to feel inspired again. Because let's be real.
This happens a lot.
Because no one likes feeling uninspired. It's literally the worst thing ever. And I don't know about you guys, but I always go on these like motivational binges. Like I am so kick-ass for 36 hours. All of a sudden, I completely forget about what I was motivated about. Okay, they're not gonna be brand new. They're probably gonna be something that you've read before when you were on Google looking for ways to get inspired.
so number 1.
Get off social media. You know exactly what I mean. It means don't wake up and go on your phone first thing. That instant game of comparing yourself to everyone else. Scrolling through Instagram and seeing, oh, this person's doing this person's doing that. It just takes away from you. So when I say stay in your own lane, what I mean, don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just focus on yourself. And I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't do full days where I go off social media. But what I make sure I do is that when I wake up first thing, I don't even look at my phone for 2 hours. So I wake up at 6 and I usually don't go on my phone till around 8:30. You're letting people dictate how your day is gonna go. Comparison is equivalent to unhappiness. So you're gonna start comparing yourself to people, whether or not you've made your social media a safe space, because I truly believe you have the power to make it a good space or you have the power to make it a bad space. So if you keep filling up your feed with like people who don't inspire you or don't motivate you, if you keep following people that make you feel bad about yourself, why would you put yourself in that position first thing in the morning? That is number 1.
Take a step back from social media.
This is so good.
Okay, number 2. If you watch my morning routine video, you know that I'm gonna mention this thing at least one time, so.
Meditate.
And I know that people just don't like the idea of meditating. It's really hard. Sitting alone with your thoughts for longer than a couple minutes is a really hard thing to do. There's a lot of things that come up that you think that you've pushed away that you never actually sat down and dealt with. So light a friggin' candle, get your essential oils out, put a nice comfy blanket around your shoulders and just sit down. Put on a timer for 2 minutes and just see how you feel afterwards. I guarantee you that you're gonna feel so much better. This really helps me when I'm feeling uninspired because it just clears all the clutter out of my head. I usually meditate for around 15 minutes and that's taken me a year to work up to. So I started off at 2 minutes, now I'm at 15 minutes and I honestly wanna try to start doing like 20 minutes. It's the only time out of the entire day that you're actually just sitting with yourself or just taking pieces of your energy out of you all day, from the text, from the videos that you watch, from the tweets that you look at. You know what I mean? Snapchat, Instagram, the scrolling. And by the end of the day, you know how you just feel drained if you were around a bunch of people all day and you just want to be alone? You've never meditated before. You've never sat alone with your own thoughts. And you've never just checked in on your own body to make sure you're okay. Do you know how crazy that is? It blows my mind. Like your own body, the thing that does every single thing possible for you. You have just never actually given it 2 minutes of your own time.
It's insane.
Your body needs time to take in everything that's going on and you'll never be able to make decisions with a cluttered mind. And if you constantly feel a weight on your shoulders, you are going to feel so much better. It's almost like taking a cold shower for your mind. You know how great you feel when you take a nice shower? You feel so clean and you just feel like kind of a whole new woman. This is like a shower for your mind. Your mind needs a break from things too. Literally does every single thing ever for you, even when you don't realize it. So that's why you should meditate. 3, journaling. I also know just how cringy you feel journaling, but I'm telling you right now, get over it. Oh my God. The moment you can just get through your own bullshit and just sit down and start writing, there is so much that comes out, even if you don't even realize it. If you don't really want to try meditation just yet, try journaling. This is another thing. There's no wrong way to do these things. Sit down with a piece of paper and a pen, and you can literally write, I don't really know why I'm journaling. I'm just gonna see what comes out. And as soon as you kind of get into a flow, you'll be so shocked at what comes out. I love journaling first thing in the morning. I don't really go in with a plan. I just sit down and I start writing. Comes out, sometimes I'll write 3 or 4 pages, and sometimes I'll write a paragraph. But the fact that I'm getting that stress out of my own body and onto the paper, sometimes it's not even stress. Sometimes it's just something that's on my mind, like maybe something I'm a little nervous about that's coming up, or conversation that I had with someone that I wish it went a certain way, or I wish that it went another way, something like that. Or maybe you're feeling a bit off and you don't really know why, or maybe you have a bad habit. You don't know why you do these things and you really want to get to the core of it. Sit down and just start writing. Again, the moment you put that on paper, really puts it into perspective. Things that I was once so nervous about or scared about seem so silly after you write them down on paper. It's negative energy off your shoulders, out of your body that's not serving you. Why do people get so comfortable with feeling like shit? I genuinely do not understand it. If something's on your mind, why would you want to just leave it there? Let it grow and build and then one day just explode. We all know that's gonna happen. Why would you want to be 30, 40 years old and hate where you are in your life and feel bottled up and feel like you're gonna explode because you feel embarrassed to write something on a piece of paper? I didn't start doing this stuff for a year ago, and I didn't even know people actually journaled and meditated. I had no clue. The fact that I'm actually making YouTube right now advocating for it is hilarious to me, but now I can't even imagine a life without it. Really great to look back on and see how far you've come. It's really easy to forget where you were maybe even a couple months ago if you were in a completely different headspace. For me, it's been great after I moved here to Korea. I've been journaling every single day since I've gotten here, and even reading 1 month ago. It's
great to have that to look on, and you know.
Okay, that made no sense, but what I meant to say was it's great to have to look back on. Years down the road when I want to see what I was thinking on that exact day, it's just really cool to have. So I think journaling is a great way to just clear your head, get all of this unnecessary crap out of you. A lot of the time we hold on to things and we know that these things don't benefit us, we just don't know how to get rid of it. And these are ways that you can get rid of it. Okay, number 4. Okay, go for a long walk. I would only go to the gym, and I genuinely really loved it. I love working out. I think that's in general is a great way to kind of clear your head and get your mind off things. Find if you're going to the gym and you're trying to like get rid of stress and you're doing heavy weights or you're doing sprints, and you're finished this workout, you're still gonna have the exact same problem, or you're still gonna be thinking of the exact same thing that you were before you started. It's just for that hour or so that you were working out, you've kind of forgot about it and you let out some tension. And sure, you might feel a little bit better after you're done. Letting out that physical stress for that hour, it's still gonna be there once you're done. It doesn't just go away. The one thing that I've started to do is going for a really long walk, 2 or 3 kilometers outside into the fresh air, and like having that clear your head. You're exercising, but you still have enough awareness to really think about what you're actually going through at this time. So usually what I'll do is I'll start off with listening to music, and then maybe I'll switch into a podcast. And you shouldn't feel like you have to always be listening to podcasts. That's something that I actually struggle with. I always feel like I have to be listening to podcasts. That I kind of feel like I'm not succeeding if I'm just listening to music, which is actually just really me just being really hard on myself. But listen to your podcast, listen to your music, do whatever makes you feel good in that moment. And then take your headphones out, just walk, clear your head, and just see what kind of comes up in your own mind, but really take in the nature around you. I know it sounds corny, and if you just go outside and look at how beautiful nature is and calming it is to be in the outdoors. There's a reason that we're so attracted to it. We're all vibrating at this high frequency, and plants, flowers, trees, all this stuff is vibrating at a frequency too, and like attracts like. So that's why we're so attracted to nature and why we're so attracted to water. If you can get out by water, that would be another really great thing. Human beings, we're made up of what? 70% water. And like attracts like. That is why people spend so much money to get an ocean view or a waterfront view of something. People are so attracted to water because it's vibrating at such a high frequency, and it feels so good. Like, go for a swim in the ocean. If you're hungover and you go for a swim in the ocean or dip in the pool, you feel like a new woman. Get outside and go for a long walk or a swim or something. Ask people. I went through a little rut kind of probably in the middle of October. Like, I literally just moved across the world. How am I feeling uninspired? That is the last thing that I should be feeling, but I was. What I actually did was I went on my social media and I DM'd people and I asked them what they were currently into at the moment. Of course, there was like some people who didn't respond. Some people were so adorable and they sent me lists of things that they were into of the moment. And that gave me something to kind of look into. Podcasts, new books, recipes to try, just anything to kind of get a fire burning in my head.
Or heart, I don't know.
All I did was ask people. I probably DM'd like 15 different people, and that I noticed on social media that maybe were posting a lot or were having, you know, kind of success at the moment with maybe their blog, their YouTube, something like that. And I said, I've been feeling so uninspired lately. Is there anything you can recommend for me? Is there anything that you're really into right now? And so many people answered, and that's like one thing that I noticed is that we're always so scared to ask. But when you think about it, human beings, we love helping people, whether you like to admit it or not. There's not a better feeling than someone asking you for help or for recommendations, like, and then them actually following up with that recommendation and them loving it. That is the best feeling ever. You know, when you tell someone to listen to a song that you really like, and then all of a sudden it's their favorite song, and you just feel like this pride, and you're like, yes, like I gave them that song recommendation. It's the best. But like, or if they read a book that you recommended and they ended up loving it, and there is like not a better feeling than helping someone out and them actually really liking their recommendation. It's such a good feeling, and we're meant to help people. We love helping each other, and a lot of the time people are going to want to help you. They're going to say yes. Ask them what their current interests are. It could be your new favorite book. It could change your life. You have no idea. So that's just something to consider. Those are my 5 tips for you if you're feeling a little bit uninspired. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're feeling uninspired, is to take a step back and figure out why. So the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you sit down alone and ask yourself those questions. You know, usually when we're not feeling the best, we turn to other people to help us feel better, but we need to start asking ourselves, turning to ourselves. No one understands exactly what you're feeling except for you. People can go through similar situations, but no one actually truly knows how you respond to certain situations. And take time to yourself. Put the phone away. You know, sit down for 2 minutes without looking at a phone and close your eyes and just see how you feel after. Journal. Go for a long walk with music. Blast that music, or don't listen to any music at all. Do whatever you want. Get outside and move your body. If you're feeling uninspired, I guess my biggest tip would be don't stress out about it. You're not going to feel this way for the rest of your life. It's probably going to only last maybe a few days or sometimes even a week or so. But just relax, take a break from whatever you're doing. Don't try and force anything. Your mind does not make decisions out of panic and frustration. You're only going to get more of it. So I hope this video helps maybe at least one person if you're feeling a little bit uninspired lately. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, whatever time you're watching this. I never know anymore because I'm on a completely different time zone than literally everyone. Hope you enjoyed.
Like, subscribe, comment.